the Radio Disney app for a while, so we got to go like do a video like at Radio Disney and like did like an interview and like all that stuff and like filmed a little video for their YouTube. And it was like where all of the like Disney Channel stars did their stuff. It's like where they did the my name is this and you're watching Disney Channel and they draw the little like mouse. We like went there and like did a video and that was really cool too.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
That's out in California or down in Florida?
Yeah.
California.
And then like he was mentioning we've done some like spotlight or artist react kind of things with Glamour magazine before in the past, and like Cover Nation too. So you've probably seen the ones where artists like sit down and they watch their favorite covers or whatever. They like pick which ones they like, and then they'll like film them reacting, and you get to they film them reacting, and then they film you reacting to them reacting, and then they
jaw dropping.
Yeah, exactly. And we've had some cool experience. There's like there's Marshmallow one, Ava Max. Yeah. I think this happens for like a few of the bands in the rock school too, though.
Yeah.
So that's been pretty awesome.
I don't know, my favorite experience is just sitting in this room on the computer watching our numbers just continue to grow and grow every day. Well, it sounds dumb, but it truly is, especially this last December.
Yeah,
we crushed like any number records we've ever had.
Yeah.
So that's just my favorite experience, like logging in every day. Oh, new one day view record, guys. 330,000. Oh, 400,000. You know what I mean? Just watching like people like interest in you continue to climb, like that means like anything like more to me than anything else, because I feel like that's something we truly earn. Like no one else like went like, oh, we're Glamour magazine, so we are able to talk to these artists.
Right.
You know what I mean? And get it for you. We got it ourselves. Like we got those numbers by just 2 covers a week. Never doing that again. But dang, did it work? You know what I mean? But just grinding super duper hard and making really smart decisions and just seeing that, like, because we were doing that in September. We were planning the Christmas album so far ahead of time. We were planning the songs we were going to do so far ahead of time. And finally, December hits and it pays off. It's like,
staying late, like, all the time shooting videos. And we were just like, thank God it's over. But it worked. It worked.
Now you can go back to just the one.
Yes.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
So you're talking about, the views are growing, so you're still at the beginning of the career, but starting to take off. So looking towards the future, 25, 30 years from now, what do you want fans to think about when they think about this band?
This band, like, I guess under First 11 with like this YouTube stuff, that's kind of that's an interesting one. I don't know. Do you guys have? I really
have it like all planned out in my head.
He probably just had
Ryan's like, here's the roadmap. 5 years from now.
Just let Ryan handle it.
I have not thought of like a real like legacy that I like really want. I don't know. It's just been so I've been like oblivious to it.
It's all
just been
like happens really quick.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like we've been doing YouTube forever, but it's only been like 3 years.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's just like we're still like blown away. Like when we just hit like 500,000 subscribers, we were like, what? This happened so fast we didn't even do anything for it. Like we were just like, oh, we hit 500,000.
Yeah.
Cool. Like that was it.
Pizza party at my house.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait, I want to hear what your...
Well, I think that like this is such a unique sort of thing that you guys have kind of been documented since day one. You know what I mean? And like there's videos of their very first show and like how beneficial it is to like work things out and keep at it and be like proactive and always like improving and things like that. So I think that if this does turn into something like incredible down the road, I think it would be really, really inspiring for anyone to be like, no, if I start playing guitar at 7 and I'll be in a band by 9 and I'll win some competitions by 13 or whatever. And, I wish we would have done YouTube like when we originally thought of doing YouTube, which was when they were like probably 10 or 11 years old. Like, we would have had such a big head start on it.
Yeah.
And, just plugging away and accomplishing this and just building upon that. And to kind of do it in an unconventional way or a modern way in that we're not touring right now. We would like love to. But like we aren't doing that. We aren't, putting all of our stock in original stuff too, because sometimes it's really hard to break through that, and there's absolutely no shame in like using other people's work and taking influence from them and building something so that you have a platform to show people what you
that gets you in front of people.
Yeah, that you obviously want to put yourself, your personality out there, but like it's really hard to do that when you're just a face in the crowd. So if you can find anything that gets you up above and gets some eyes on you, then I don't understand why anyone would scoff at that. Sure. and put it down or anything like that. So to kind of encourage kids to play some covers and get your name out there and learn some stuff, and then you'll be able to write your song that you put your whole heart into, and people will be able to hear it. So I think that's like a cool thing that I'd like to put forward, because I think that there is like a lot of if you're not playing original music, you're not a real band, or you'll stay in your hometown forever if you decide that, like, there's a lot of like about that sort of stuff, and it's constricting for no reason, and I would like to break that for sure. Nice. And just prove that it's possible.
Nice.
And it's so funny to hear all these other like famous bands nowadays, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you hear that, they're like, yeah, no, we started as like a cover band.
Right.
You know what I mean? We started with this. But it's also cool to think like the music industry changes so fast, and we're always so focused on like what people did 30 years ago, you know what I mean, 80s, 90s, but like, I'm not saying we're the first, but we are one of the first bands to utilize, you know what I mean?
This like new route.
This new route. Like to one of its fullest potential, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you see a lot of like individuals, do it, a lot of, singer-songwriters kind of thing, but like full bands, I feel like that's kind of a cool thing to see on YouTube, and there's other bands popping up all the time.
Yeah.
And it's so cool to see, and it's so cool to just be like, we were one of the first, especially because like Ryan said, we were planning on doing YouTube covers, you know what I mean, so many years ago. So to come back to it when we're older and be like, no, we're going to do it, and it's working out, and like we can say, yeah, we were there when it like first started to come to fruition, is like super cool.
Nice. And that kind of leads me to one of the things that we really wanted to talk about is, we all deal with people who are negative. Everyone who's going to watch this has negativity. And I'm sure you guys have heard a lot of doubting. Hey, that's never going to happen. That's too ridiculous. You're just kids from here. All those kind of things. How have you guys overcome the doubters, and what kind of advice would you give for somebody to overcome that negativity and shoot for your dreams?
I think the biggest thing is put it into perspective, even if your own videos. Because I'll scroll, I'm terrible at this. I'll scroll through negative comments all day.
Yeah.
I think people hate our covers. And then I'll go look at the likes and dislikes. It's like 200 dislikes to like thousands and thousands of likes. And you truly, like, people just say it, but you truly have to, like, understand, like, it really is a vocal minority.
Yeah.
Because just think about, when I just think about me. When I like something, I never, like, comment or say anything.
Yeah. It's usually negative,
I might put a like on it, but, like, when people are negatively have to say something, they always have something to say.
Yeah.
So just putting it into perspective, like, you might have, like, the same ratio of bad to good comments, which is also unusual, you know what I mean? Usually you're just
it's all
blinded by the bad, because you can go through, there's so many good comments out there, and we're so thankful for that, but just putting it into perspective and realizing it's just such a vocal minority.
Yeah, like I'm not emailing everybody who didn't hack my Spotify saying thanks for not hacking my Spotify. But I might email that one person who did hack my Spotify and say, why did you hack my Spotify? No, yeah, I agree completely. Actually, sometimes even, like, we have played, like, I went to collegiate and they had, like, a spring talent show or whatever. And, like, we've played that before. And, like, I've been in, like, group chats with all the other acts, and they're like, whatever, like, your band's terrible, you're just a cover band, whatever. And I think they don't realize I'm, like, they're just observing this group chat go down. But, like, besides the point, like, it's just everybody else who, like, may be in the crowd and see it will always come up to me and be like, remember one time your band played? Like, that was so cool. And, like, I don't know how you had, like, the guts to go out there and play, and, like, now look at you guys. So he's absolutely right. He hit the nail on the head with that.
You always, like, the bad comments always catch your eye first, too. Like, you're never scrolling through and you're just like, wow, that person really liked our cover. You're like, wow, that person really thinks that I can't sing. Or, like, I didn't put enough emotion into it. And I'm like, you don't know how many times we redid this or, like, worked for it. And you're just like, I did it so many times, I know that's good. Other people think it's good. Why am I paying attention
Yeah.
to this?
Yeah.
Like, you just have to kind of forget
You
about
kind of
it.
feel like saying, oh, where's your video? Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
One advantage I feel is like we are a band. I don't know how solo
Yeah.
artists would
Oh my
do it
gosh.
ever. Cause there's so many times where we're like, Matt, please calm down, Matt. Cause like there's just you have 3 other people.
Yeah, that's really
to
nice.
talk
Like
to.
Yeah.
within, like me and Matt are both. We discuss negative comments.
Right.
And we'll mull over them and we'll be like, how can we fix this or whatever.
And
But then they like Audra's never ever been affected. Like she's never, and she gets it the worst. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like always, like motivated, always looking forward. Like it doesn't matter. And like I wish that my brain worked like that. So it's awesome that we have both sides of that, because like I feel like they can talk us off like ledges. Because if it was
Yeah.
just me and Matt, we would.
We would
Forget it.
oh my God.
YouTube channel look a lot different.
Audra
I will
just
just
walks
see
into
him.
rooms and I'm just me and Ryan are just fuming and she's like, "What the hell are you guys doing?"
I will just see, like, I'll be sitting on this couch next to Matt, and I'll just see him scrolling through. I'm like, are you seriously, like, looking
Yeah.
at comments
Well,
still?
he's absolutely right that she gets it worse, but the thing to consider, like with that perspective thing, is she kind of also sometimes gets it the best. Like
Oh yeah.
there are,
Yeah.
like we said, like there are of course like probably 10 times as many like maybe negative comments about her than there are for us, but at the same time there's probably a lot more like, oh my God, your singer's incredible,
Yeah.
or you're whatever. And so again, it's just perspective thing. I
Yeah.
think.
It's so
Sure.
funny though, because everybody wants to be the front man until you're the front man.
Maybe you